ask you, we've got to deal with this misinformation. There were hurricane force winds of mis and disinformation lies.
Misinformation after a disaster is nothing new, but Governor Newsom's approach to combating it certainly is. He set up his very own fact-check website using his personal domain. Interestingly, he never directly fact-checks President Trump. You might call it social media diplomacy. Instead, he fact-checks posts from people who echo the president's sentiments. While some of his fact-checks are easily verifiable, like the Hollywood sign was not on fire, others require some nuance, which brings us to fact-check number 1. Did Governor Newsom cut California's fire budget ahead of the LA fires? Newsweek was first to publish the headline, but the governor didn't respond until it was picked up by Fox News.
Poor stupidity and stunning incompetence from California's Democrat leaders.
Newsom called the reports that he cut California's fire budget by $100 million in the months before the fire a ridiculous lie. Except it's not a lie. Let's start with the governor's fact-check. It is a fact that since he took office, the number of CAL FIRE personnel in CAL FIRE's budget has increased significantly. It did not double. It is also a fact that Newsom did cut more than $100 million in supplemental wildfire-related funding last year. Here's the budget. It includes $12 million in cuts for home hardening, $5 million for prescribed fires and hand crews, but the bulk of the cuts were for biomass pilot and conservation projects, so it's unlikely these cuts would have actually impacted the LA fires. Now to fact check number 2. Did California run out of water?
For the sake of the smell, they have no water. They had no water in the fire hydrants today in Los Angeles. It was a terrible thing.
Instead of fact-checking the president, the governor fact-checked a post from Libs of TikTok, saying there's no water coming out of the hydrants because the city didn't fill the reservoirs. As the governor notes, in fact, the reservoirs in California are full, and there's no water shortage in Southern California. In fact, state data shows that all but 3 of California's major reservoirs are at or above historical averages. But the 177 million gallon reservoir near the Palisades fire was out of service when the fires began. Newsom said he's launching an independent state investigation.